Hi guys, I'm Lily. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this full blood moon eclipse in Pisces. It's not just any full moon. This eclipse full moon is going to be a soul level turning event. So, or it's like a turning point, right? And it's gonna bring a lot of fated changes, especially with Pisces. Pisces is the final zodiac sign of the astrological wheel. So it'll bring us to surrender, release, trust. This energy is the theme. It offers us an opportunity for all elements, earth, water, fire, and air, to really, it's a sacred time. It's a sacred invitation to really go in and awaken to a new transformative time in your life. So I'm going to be going through all of the elements: earth, water, fire, and air. Collectively, this energy's themes is really about completion and releases. Cycles are ending, old fears, toxic patterns, karmic entanglements and stuff like that. I can't speak, but entanglements. Like I don't know why I saw it like a dance, but it's karmic, and they're dissolving. So a lot of relationships and situations are really, this is a time, completion and release. Heightened intuition. Again, that Pisces, it thins the veil. So we're getting a lot of downloads. We're having intense dreams. We're having a lot of like spiritual alignment and signs that are super strong. And you feel like, oh, I can't let that slide. I really have to pay attention to them. So trust that. Surrender to that. It's also a time that's interesting. I feel like a lot of us, the part of the release is not having to have all the answers, which is big for a lot of us, and allowing the universe to orchestrate its own divine creation and being okay with that soul level of closure and renewal. We're also going to feel collectively emotional clarity. We may feel nostalgic. We may feel like even a loss, something that you can't explain, that's ended, but you can't describe it in words, but you can feel it, that emotional clarity, that feelings have come to the boil, come to the rise, and now that you're allowing it to move through you, you can allow them to be messengers and not enemies. You know what I mean? A lot of us are so hard on ourselves, and when we receive our own downloads and messages, we're quick to turn blame or look at it from an external situation, where this energy, that Piscean energy, is asking us to integrate this wisdom and use this time to release, to cry, to cleanse, to journal, to write, and to like step more into the unknown, so that you can really feel this renewal, this new time that we're all stepping into. So I'm going to start with my earth signs. My earth signs are my Taurus, Virgos, and Pisceans. Let's see what's going on with my earth signs. My earth signs, the root chakra, all about grounding, staying present in the moment, practical. And I feel like my earth signs have done a lot of the work. They have checked a lot of things off their list. And I think this eclipse, expect powerful change, and it's a new moon eclipse, which we will be experiencing September 21st, another eclipse, and it'll be in the new moon. One more, show the world the real you. I feel like my earth signs have had the ability to really like release a lot of their old patterns or rigid control. Like there's been a certain energy with my earth signs that if it's not done a certain way, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And this eclipse season, full moon, is asking you to try to soften up those rigid areas that you feel like you're holding on too strongly onto something. And the energy is asking you for more like deeper emotional freedom from the hard work that you've put in. That's the eclipse energy that you're going to be experiencing more than anything. Is like, okay, yes, doing all the work pays off. Having all of the discipline is paying off. Now again, eclipse season is asking you to step into a realignment, new, renewal. It doesn't always have to be so hard. And you can let go of like being perfect or waiting for the right time or, needing to fix everything first before you jump in emotionally with something. I think that you have so much wisdom in your past experiences that you can give yourself that grounding energy and allow prosperity to begin in your life, in whatever area in your life this pertains to. You guys will know what I'm talking about when, is it financial? Is it like, are you holding on too tight to your finances in fear of being in a situation where, what is uncomfortable, or you are in lack of finances? And, that fear might be the reason why, or very well could be the reason why, that you haven't really received everything that you deserve, that you worked for, that you've earned. Again, awakening to a change. Even though, this is like my 5 of Pentacles in other decks, it talks about financial changes, and it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. It's a change. And why can't we allow this eclipse energy to maybe get rid of, finally, once and for all, like for all, stop thinking that things are not going to turn out a certain way, and or feeling sorry about a situation, self-victimizing. Work through your fears. Like, you're very, very close to attaining the things that you really dreamed of, whether it be for your body or your finances or your relationships. Like, you guys are so wise and knowing. You know what's up, and you're doing all of the things. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like my Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns who are high vibrating and looking to spiritually get to the next soulful level in life, acquired a lot of knowledge, and it's now time for you to bring in more like that Piscean flowing energy, and make decisions when it comes to decisions that you have to make. Like, it's time to get this month going, as far as you have some choices in front of you, and that after taking some time off and resting, your mind is still wheeling about the things that need to be done. And I keep getting here finances, like really taking ownership on stability, on your wealth. Like, what situation in your life is bringing you a financial opportunity that's stable, that's long term, that's not just a quick fix, but something that, after long rest, meditation, and working through your fears, you can own. You're ready to make those decisions. Like, yep, okay, I'm gonna answer those phone calls and return those emails. I'm ready to collaborate with these people, take the next steps with my business, with my relationships, with all the things. So last message for my earth sign during this blood full moon in the Chariot. So get ready to travel. I feel like my earth signs have really got into their own truth, really did the inner work, and congratulations to you if you've been doing the really difficult processes of healing and facing your dark and your light, because you can't move forward until you face your shadow side. The Chariot is, I always say this, and I've said this before in my other readings. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. Like a tongue twister tonight. That my Chariot is the Hermit card that's gotten out of being a hermit, being isolated, and spent a lot of time in enlightening themselves, and then they get ready to go. Like, now light bulb is on, I'm lit, I got my car, I'm ready to go. And I'm taking both my positive and my negatives and doing the best with communicating truths, starting a new beginning, getting answers. I think my earth signs also have been very like walking on eggshells and trying to communicate in a way with people around them that doesn't want to spark up any kind of arguments. And so they're being very careful with their words and how they approach a conversation. And I think that works. I think it actually works. I think, again, if you're doing the healing processes that are very difficult and spent time being quiet, going within, a lot of times if you're quiet for 30 minutes to an hour, no phone, no social media, no conversations, but just silence with yourself, you get a lot of answers. And I think a lot of the time the issue is that we don't want to hear a lot of the answers because it makes us feel uncomfortable if we're not facing all of our truths. And so this eclipse season is asking you to listen to that part of you that's quiet, that needs that silence. Listen to the answer that you're getting. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable and face some shit because it's time. It's time. It's time to have those conversations. It's time to level up. It's time to like get to the next phase of your life. Make those decisions. You know, who do you want to partner up with? Who do you want, like, where do you want to work, and what you're going to do, you know, to get there, to get to the King of Pentacles. This is representing my earth signs, my Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So those are your messages for this full blood moon in Pisces. These energies, eclipse energies, last for up to 6 months to a year. So whatever's happening now that, you know, is shifting you in ways that, you know, this shift is transformative for some time. It is exactly purposeful. So the universe is, with the thin veil and the downloads and the spiritual alignment and hits that you're getting, is setting you up for the next month, 6 months to a year. And just work with the purpose of it, you know, work with your higher consciousness, you know, take time out to breathe. You know, you guys are earth signs. Go outside, step in nature. You're going to find your answers there. You're going to connect to the self-actualization that you're desiring. You're going to like walk or drive or get right into alignment with what it is that you want to manifest. So I wish you guys the best of luck. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tell a friend. Book a reading, mindfulbeauty.life. And I don't know what I dropped, but we're going to continue moving on to the next element, which is my water sign. This water sign element, this moon is for you. This energy is, this is your moon, Pisces. Again, we are under a soul level turning point where we know things are changing. The world is changing. I have gotten a beautiful opportunity to work in an event with doing facials and talk to a lot of men and women. And it was interesting to hear everyone's story. And I have to say, almost every single person that I met, or every other person that I met, spoke of their stress, how much anxiety they have, inflammation, hands, psoriasis, eczema, contact dermatitis, things that they've never had ever before. It's kind of like the peanut thing. I was telling a friend of mine, like when I was growing up, there was never an issue with peanuts in school, and now you're not even allowed to have peanuts in the building. And it's the same thing with autoimmune disease. I'm hearing more and more women tell me that they're experiencing, and it's been years of research and things that are happening to their body they don't understand, and they're not getting answers here. And it's definitely, you know, Stress is the number one culprit. We're just inflamed. We're just stressed. And we're living in uncertain times, and we have to find ways to extreme self-care. So it was a blessing to meet these women and speak to them, hear their stories, and give them a few minutes of just kind of getting out of their stress life and just relax and get a facial with me. But anyway, I went far. It was just me acknowledging the fact that I experienced so many people that I haven't like experienced before talk to me about how stressed they are. All right, so now we are moving on to my water signs. Like I said, this is your full moon in Pisces. It's an emotional tide of strong, but like intense emotional, but also a deep inner knowing. So this is different in that the guidance that I feel like you guys would appreciate is like invite like sacred time into your routine. Like be okay with washing away the past. Stop yourself when you're going to, talk to somebody that you know is toxic and didn't work out, and you haven't been in a relationship or heard from them in years, but you keep pushing or you keep making the calls and just saying, oh, I just love this person, I can't, and I'm just always going to show this person how much I love them no matter if they call me or not. And it's just like, that's great if you truly honor that for yourself and you don't have any like zero attachments to an outcome, then God bless you, continue doing that. But if you're doing it in the hopes that this person, and I don't know why I got this so strongly, is going to fulfill a social a certain type of emotional desire you have, it feels like this eclipse season is going to end that for you. It's going to finalize the need to go where your emotional energy is not valued or respected or supported or loved. You're gonna stop doing that, which congratulations. I think that it's a honorable beautiful way to honor yourself and truly move on from the energies of the past that holds you back, and again, God bless you for having such a big heart and wanting to always be in concern or caring, or I hope, you know what I mean, because I just got like some of y'all looking and being like, good for him, good for her, she deserves that. Especially my Scorpios love a good revenge story. But I think your superpower for this eclipse full moon is to just honor your sensitivity and like just own and just, I don't know, just really be in you and your loved ones are safe. So that's like the most important thing. Like, you're safe. You know how to love. You love having a big heart. You love, work through your fears. So just own that, just really, really own that part of you that's just like, a beautiful, let's see, one more. Like, don't let pride get in your way. Let me see, let's just spread this out here like this. Let's see what other messages we have from my water signs, my Cancer, my Scorpios, and my Pisceans. I think I do feel like some of my Pisceans are ready to have those conversations, healthier conversations after Two of Cups. Yep. You guys are ready to have a lot of twos here. One more. You just have had to have a lot of patience. If you guys are dealing with an earth sign, my water signs, if you have earth energy around you, you're going to have success when you realize that I don't care what confusion, I'm defending my position. I understand all scenarios of the situation. Like, you know, you could have, obviously, we all do multiple things going on at once, but there's a deep knowing about a truth, and you're just being patient. I think you're just being patient. It's just like, I'm gonna sit with my feelings and honor where I am and not have to say anything to anybody, and just, yeah, just live in your intuition. When the drama comes, there's something very strong in you that's just not gonna accept it. You're just changing the way that you look at people bringing drama to you. You're just like, nope, not having that. We're not having that conversation. I'm busy building my foundation, my security. I'm making sure that my shit is stable. I come first. You're putting yourself first. Finally, you're just like, I'm okay being in this relationship, or my part in the relationship you want to commit to more, without the you got the Two of Cups twice. So, and the Lovers underneath. Wow. So I'm getting a very strong relationship coming for my water signs. There could be an apology that's coming after a lot of chaos. I feel like my water signs have been putting one fire out after another, especially when it comes to their health. And so I think that there's been like a good consistency of good health. And even if this Two of Cups is not a personal relationship, and it is just falling back in love with yourself, routine, health, you know, that's where you are. You know, you're never alone. You always have a support system. But there is somebody here, I do feel strongly, that after a lot of chaos with, I feel like my water signs feel like that no matter where they look, there's family drama, there's friendship drama, there's people arguing, going back and forth. And yeah, there's a lot of that going on around today. So I just feel like you guys have been really overwhelmed by it, and this eclipse season is basically changing that. And these are Five of Cups. So my earth signs got the Five of Pentacles, and my water signs are getting the Five of Cups. So it's like emotions. My water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisceans, are really changing the way that they have been doing relationships, the way that they've been taking care of themselves. Pisces energy and Virgo season and this eclipse have a lot to do with the digestive system. So I feel like my water signs are going into learning more about their health, maybe incorporating more supplements or a different way of eating, more clean, looking up ingredients, like doing more research on the type of food that you've been eating, scanning like products. I have the app, the Yuga app, and I scan a lot of my skincare products on that app, and I see, like, you know, what ingredients are really toxic or, you know, bad and stuff like that. So I do see that my water signs are taking extra care of their internal well-being, their inner health, and their emotional health. I feel like that's been a big thing. When they're thinking about the past that's dramatic, or people coming at them, I think I feel like my water signs are calming themselves down through food, supplements, working out, yoga, like meditation, looking into more spiritual healing, possibly seeing talk therapists, seeking talk therapists. And then also I feel really big with my water signs, even just listening to their intuition more and their psychic ability being super heightened, especially my Pisceans. Again, the last zodiac sign of the astrological wheel gives them so much more energy, as far as intuition, inner knowing, deep knowing, and navigating through all of the elements with more ease and flow. They are the fish's duality. So there is something about this energy that's allowing you to be better with an ending, that it's not so hard. That I also feel like my water signs are like, oh, this time the universe is doing this for me, not to me. And that's making whatever ending nicer, kinder to you guys. So this is great, you know what I mean? I feel like if it's the end of a relationship, it's not about a fight or an argument. It's just conscious awareness, you know, trying to get to a higher loving place in your life. And so you're allowing an ending to just kind of dissipate back into the universe and just start over and be open again. Like, I feel like you guys are opening your heart and healing faster through experiences. Like, oh, I've been through this before and I'm gonna own this as a mistake that I feel like I repeated. You have that awareness and you want to just like really get to a new level in your life. I mean, I even see like there could be travel, like you might want to travel alone just to get more connected spiritually and you know, more aligned. I see maybe a spiritual retreat, especially for my Pisceans. Like, you guys are really digging into the next level of spiritual connection. All right, that was really, really cool. If you guys would like a personal reading, please don't forget to check the description box below. Visit my website. I also have buy me a coffee. So whoever buys me a coffee, I will totally bring it on the next video and do a little toast with buy me a coffee. And now on to the next element. So the next is my fire signs. My fire signs are my, oh God. I should have had something, but I'm not going to stop. So I'm going to keep going because I have I'm ready to take off my makeup and go to bed. All right, so my fire signs are my Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. My fire signs. All I get is trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. You've been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing in for progress, you know, in a good way, in a healthier way. You've had to pause and take a break and feel like a little bit beat up, but then you go again and you just like exhausted. And I'm sure through the Mercury retrograde and the eclipses and the running around and I feel like this running around has been pretty recent. I feel like you've had some downtime, but even with the stillness, I don't feel like my fire signs really allow transformation to come in through stillness. I think it was a very back and forth struggle. It felt very intense, like refusing to give up or see things a certain way. And I would say don't give up. Especially if you really are focused in achieving a goal. Keep going. You're very close to achieving your goal. So I'm going to start seeing what my Moonology cards have to say for my fire signs, my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarians. I think, you know, it's a great time to redirect. Energy is gaining momentum. Your energy to emotions are running high. Boy, my fire signs. Oh boy. And nothing will come out of the situation. So that means to me that if you continue to force a situation, nothing will come out of it. If you're gonna try to push so hard that, you know, you're just gonna crash and burn. But if you allow the universe to do its magic, right? Think of it differently. Like, the universe is working for me, you know, not against me. I feel like you can really, Ace of Pentacles, come into the new beginning that you really are working so hard for. So if you haven't seen the rewards or the outcome, the financial gains that you're looking for, the agreements, the partnerships, they're coming. Look at that door. The door is open. You know, this is a gift from the universe, a gift from God, higher consciousness, the divine Mother Earth, that's saying, here's a new beginning, my fire signs. I see you working so hard. Don't give up. Just keep going. The sun. Yes. This is the best card out of the deck with the Knight of Swords. So somebody's going to rush in. The Knight of Swords is a Gemini, air sign, Libra, Aquarian that's younger. It's feisty, has a lot of information, resources, conversations that's going to help my fire signs get to the next place. The Wands, the Three of Wands, that's my travel card. That's my, you know, I'm moving on. I'm getting this process done. I'm, you know, light your candles, meditate, like do the spiritual work, my little witches. Like, you know, it's okay. Like, ask for guidance. This is a beautiful time now under this full moon to do a candle ritual. Of course, again, white light, high energy, high vibrational light only. Like, that's the only thing that you'll accept. And, you know, again, words are spells. They create magic. We experience miracles and magic every single day when we step outside our doors, and you know, we breathe in our air, and you know, the universe is always talking to us, always, you know what I mean? Energy is always coming through our aura and in and out of our lives. When you step outside and we get the sun, you know, getting downloads, we're getting, you know, solar flares coming to our planet, and again, veil is super thin, and so this is a big portal opening, allowing us to have our heart's energy connect in a bigger way. And also, I gotta say, my fire signs, that you know, it's not just about you and your challenges. It's the collectives. You are like a radio, and your frequency is out there, and you're channeling in a way that's stronger with this portal, this full moon. And be careful with what you ask for, because you guys are super powerful. And you know, do some safe rituals, or you know, candle prayers, journaling, to ask that you release your fears, that you, Queen of Cups, that you have like so much creative energy and don't know where to exhaust it or where to expend them. You know, this is an opportunity now to maybe trust the universe that with this energy, that it's going to guide you through your like goals, your passions, and your desires, and that you can visualize and meditate with this confidence, knowing that all your old fears are subsiding. You know, you've learned how to calm your nervous system. You have justice coming. The things that you're worried about are going to be resolved, you know, with the right mindset. And if you have to constantly be, you know, stepping away for that mental break, then that's what you do, because that's what's going to bring you back to your heart energy. Open up that space where you're not worried, but you're allowing, you're receiving, you're trusting, you know that this is coming. You know that relationship that you have with your God is with you. It's present. You guys got the damn Sun card again. Like, I should stop here. The Queen of Cups and the Justice card. Like, you know, what needs to be resolved? Resolve it. You know, if it's fears, if it's, you know, the relationships that you're in that have been toxic, if it's a negative pattern, if it's repeat. Like, yes, it's scary to let go of things that you're familiar with. But if you don't take this invitation to work with the change that you know you feel, and you're just shifting into, and you resist, and you force, you're going to end up getting knocked again and repeating that cycle again. But if you just, you know, you've been here before, and you realize, damn, it worked out last time, and I've experienced that before, why won't I trust that it's gonna work out this time? your heart is good. And I pray that your heart is good, and that you've done a lot of healing, and that your intentions are, you know, for the highest good for yourself and for your family, you know, the people closest to you. If that's the intention, then trust that you will receive what is good for you and your family next. We have so many changes that, you know, like I said earlier before, I don't remember what element now, that, you know, we are under very uncertain, stressful times. There's no doubt, you know, but it's very much like, well, what do we do? Do we try to enjoy what we have as much as possible? Or do we stay in a constant state of fear? And, you know, that is the goal, you know, the state that we're in right now is very much pushing fear, and it's working with a lot of us. And, you know, it's okay to feel fear, but don't let it take you over, where you don't allow your logical side to understand that you can resolve, you can figure out, you can step away from, you can take a break, you can, you know, reset yourself so that you don't go down the rabbit hole of stressing out that things are not going to work out in your higher favor. So take those breaks, meditate, you know, visualize, and trust that there's a higher power, there is light, there is enlightenment here for you. I feel like with my fire signs, you know, they're like, if somebody's been screaming, send help, send help, you're gonna get help. This is your week. You know, this is your month where things are going to be, I would say, a little bit rough. You know, you're at the end of a chapter. Things are completing. Patience and planning, recognition and renewal. Like, triumph and success. I'm not pulling any more cards because I gotta say, my fire signs got a really good reading. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. And yes, you deserve it. Not like my other elements don't deserve it, they do. But this here is telling me that my fire signs are going to learn how to be okay with what they've done in the past. So like, if they've been just crying and screaming and yelling and being frustrated or not seeing a resolve, they've taken some time out to sit with their emotions and their mental, and they've gotten the support, and they are back on their feet taking action and trusting that they know they can't force the situation, that there's light on the other side, there's support, there's love, and there's justice. So I hope these messages helped for my fire signs, and I'm going to now move on to my water signs, which are my air, Gemini, Libras, and Aquarius. All right. My air signs, my Gemini, my Libras, and my Aquarians. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. This helps. I will continue to do more of these. I like doing these readings. I actually love doing them. I love helping in any way that I can. If I get those messages, and, you know, adjustments are required. My air signs, your minds might be spinning, but your soul already knows, like your heart knows what needs to go. Meditate and contemplate. You guys have been like, which is great, dropping into your body. And I'm pulling a lot of cards here. Knowing that you're good enough, nothing is set in stone, a time to give rather than take. My water signs, I see you guys writing a lot. Just writing. Writing and breathing, writing and meditating, writing and breathing, or trying to breathe. I see you guys trying to breathe, because I feel like you guys are like waiting for this. I can't think harder. So it definitely felt like the mind might be spinning, but the soul already knows like what's up. Like my air signs, you guys know. You guys know. You guys, no. um, yeah, it's like drop from mental into the body. And when you do that, it kind of scares you. It makes you like, oh shit, now I know, no. Like, shit, now I can't, you know. There's something about, you know, this eclipse definitely giving you clarity, answers, confirming a lot of things that you guys were thinking. Just you guys got some answers. I also feel like you guys are on it when it comes to your intuition with people. Like, you guys, I don't know, I see you being at an event and just being able to read the room and knowing exactly, you know, who has good energy, who you're going to allow more time with, spend more time to get to know. They say the right words to make you feel like, okay, this person is onto something, is also super intuitive. The 10 of Pentacles. Congratulations, guys. Yes. Somebody's getting, after walking away and getting great, oh, the Lovers, after, oh, wow. I'm like, ooh, oh. Well, after the Three of Swords comes the Sun and the Magician. These are like big transformations, okay? So, you know, those are major arcanas. You got, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, and the 10, the 8, and the 3. So this eclipse is major for my air signs in that this transformation has a lot to do with next chapter of love. If you guys dealt with some narcissistic personalities, now's when you guys are on the come up. You got the resources, you got the finances, you got the support team, you got the higher knowledge. You're walking away from all the disappointments and the hurts and the, you know, like you're going to higher ground now. Like, you've done a lot of spiritual work, healing, you've done therapy. You understand now where your heart lies. You own it. Your boundaries are good. Through a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointments, a lot of third-party interferences. And then the Magician, like, that's another major arcana, which lets me know that, you know, this is a big shift for you guys. This is not some, you know, you guys are going through a big transformation here. It definitely feels, I keep getting, you know, drop into your body, breathe. The answers are there. Like the light and the enlightenment, the crown chakra. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be getting recognition. Patience, because September all the way to the end of the year, you're going to be moving into a new part of your life. I get very strongly that a lot of my air signs will be in a relationship by the time the year is up, talking marriage or more commitments, more partnerships, and being in a better position, you know, as far as your self-actualization, moving forward in confidence and using all the resources and tools and working with all the elements and understanding, you know, your abundance and where your power lies and using that more, but in such a better spiritual aligned way. The level of communication, the timing, I'm almost getting emperor energy here. Someone that has been, because you got the Hierophant is another major arcana, you know, I like this a lot. This is awesome. This is, some of my air signs are going through a major breakthrough. They got some sort of answer. The answer is yes. You know, something that's been on their mind that they've been struggling through. and they're feeling like, you know, they need to know. I feel like your answer is very, very positive and it's working in your favor. Last message for my air sign. Last message for my air signs, my Aries, not my Aries, I'm sorry, my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. Wow. I'm just like, you guys are, you're using all of your intuition. Your intuition is heightened for sure. Your dreams, write them down. Ooh. You guys had to go dark to get here, right? I mean, don't we all? But some people stay, you know, low level frequency in dark spaces. You guys are like, oh hell no. You know, whatever was hidden from you is coming to light. Whatever, you know, needed to end or has come to an end is bringing you success and more independence, more self-realization, actualization. And it's calling for you now to take on a bigger role. It's calling on you to now step into your full potential. So this is, oh, I got chills. This is awesome. Like, whatever you've been in pain about or suffering in silence about or struggling with, now you've kind of put on your, I'm that, and I'm ready to go. And it feels good. It feels very no nonsense, but it's also, because there is a coldness to it. It's not cold. It's not cold. I take that back. Don't come for me. It's more like I'm just so secure in myself and in my experience that I'm not taking no for an answer. I am gonna make a situation work. And using all the tools and resources to make it happen, and it's gonna happen. I feel like your answer is yes. And you know, I'm not like, I like to read and do this with the intention of, you know, a higher consciousness love. You know, I'm not that other reader. I'm just not that person that, you know, is going to share about negative shit, because there's just too much negative shit. That's everywhere. You know, I want to do this with the intention of enlightening people to own that it's okay to heal, it's okay to cry, it's okay to suffer in silence, and it's okay to feel broken, and it's okay to have been hurt or emotionally, physically, like. But this moment, this exchange right here, I'd like to extend, you know, a heart healing, in that things are gonna be okay. And you know, your suffering didn't go just without awareness or compassion or somebody that cares for you. Like, there's people in the world that, you know, we're still human, no matter, you know, like all of these lessons, even with the AI technology that I was talking to my dad about, and how, you know, things are going to change with AI in the next 2 years, and it's to be faster than we even can comprehend. You can't take away being a human, you know, just, and a human means loving and creating love and connecting to a bigger love, and that is the universe. So if we can step outside of our small little minds and realize that, you know, we are all of the cosmos and the cells, and are the stars, and we are, you know, as above and, you know, so below, that, you know, we can get through this, that we can get through this if we stay being good humans and taking care of not just ourselves and doing that work, but also to the planet, to the animals, to, you know, all the things, because we're not alone. You know, and it's stupid and sometimes to think that way, and I don't mean it to be like that, but you know what I mean. I hope you do. If you guys want a personal reading, stop here. check out the description box below. And I look forward to working with you. I'm still taking readings. And I wish you guys a lot of love and healing and grace, because we do need some ease and grace, you know, to flow through this energy. And I wish nothing but love and light for you guys. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And until the next one, have a blessed night, day. Bye.